What's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck, and this is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Wednesday, October 12th, 2022, and this is, like always, my Amc Gme and SPY Algo Exposed daily update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, those of you that did not show up to the weekly Wednesday live stream today, I hope y'all had a great day in the market, and I hope you made some extreme gains for yourselves. I'm going to go over all my regulars, my snake algo method for all three tickers, some macro comparatives, and some side-by-side projections from last night's update and prep video with the fulfillment of those projections today. So with all of that said, let's dig in. Once again, another kick-ass out of the park, knocked out of the park live stream today. It was bonkers across the board. Congratulations to everybody, and this includes the extended family in YouTube land, the Xtreme Gainz Premium and General Discord members. You guys all collectively today kicked ass, so congratulations to all of you, each and every one of you, on your extreme gains today. Would love to hear from y'all in the comments, like I ask in these Wednesday update and prep videos after the live stream, to see how some of y'all's days went. Those of you that maybe I didn't get to speak to today or didn't speak up, but would love to hear your take on the live stream. Any new viewers, we had some new peeps here today as well, and then your gains for today. I look forward to reading that. I hope to see y'all in there. All right, moving on to my extreme gains for today from my scalp setups on the 7 tickers that I set up every single day. They provided 19 entries from trigger, the highest ROI being 60%, then from 60% down to 15% and multiples of them to round out that list for today. In addition to, in real time live during the live stream, I went ahead and charted and set up a couple of my A+ setups that I like to play, charted those out. Those also went and did a tutorial on them, live tutorial. Those also went for 280% and 260% today, in addition to the 19 entries from trigger. So an outstanding day from that perspective. I hope all of you that did not attend had a similar day and were able to make some extreme gains for yourselves. Moving on to the charts currently on your screen. AMC 5-minute on your left, SPY 5-minute on your right, with my micro intraday snake from my snake algo method on both of them. You can see the blue projected price action for today for both AMC and SPY, and the subsequent fulfillment of them dead on as well, like it has always been. Here is an alternate. They were both pretty much giving me the same projection today. We had a couple invert mirrorings throughout that fulfillment, but nonetheless, they got the job done. So another kick-ass day for the micro intraday snakes. Moving on to the intra-week snakes, macro comparatives, and side-by-side projections and fulfillments. Currently on your screen is AMC and my current intra-week snake. AMC finished the day today, regular trading hours, down as projected 4.41%, currently up 1.54% in after hours, trading at $5.94. The current intra-week snake that you see on here has been fulfilling its projection since September 14th, and I talked about this becoming to its end and its expiry, whether fulfilled or not fulfilled. It would either divert from it and leave it unfulfilled to its expiry, or fulfilled to its expiry. In an attempt to stay out in front of this, I've already clipped potential new intra-week snakes. Red is the day prior to this potential expiry or divergence, which is yesterday's clip. And here is the overlapped placement of it. And green is the date of divergence, meaning today. And here is the overlapped clip of it. Now, this is an initial placement. You can see how this previous one ended up becoming extended as price action revealed itself in the form of that data. So that may still happen. This is initial placement. So this is where I'm putting them right out of the gate. Obviously, the structural integrity of them will not change unless it becomes mirrored, but you can see that they are essentially a mirrored projection from each other throughout the entire placement of them. And both of them are in their straight up position right now. So this is currently what I am looking at with intra-week snakes moving into tomorrow and beyond, unless the only way I wouldn't be, I would have to eliminate this one. I would keep the day of, and that is if price action gets rejected back down for the continued fulfillment of this to the downside to its expiry tomorrow, then I will use this one as a day prior to and tomorrow as the day of. But if that is the divergence about to happen here and or to be considered as the expiry fulfilled, then I want to stay out in front of this thing. And that is what I have right now that I will be looking at moving into specifically tomorrow and then beyond from an intra-week snake perspective on AMC. Then the macro comparative for AMC. As you know, I've been using the previous double bottom from two bottoms back right here in its flipped position. That's the blue. The red is a mirroring of that in the level changed mirroring that I have explained in the past couple update and prep videos. For context of that, I know visually, if this is the first time you're seeing it, it won't make sense. So you will need the context to understand that. They are in the previous, I think I did it in the last 2 or 3 update and prep videos. Go check those out for context. So here is the level changed mirroring position of it. You can see that again today we continued to fulfill likewise to the intra-week snake dead on. Here is the side-by-side, and I forgot to bring up the intra-week snake, and I'll go back to that here in a second. Here is the side-by-side from last night's update and prep video. The location of price action within it, projection from it, and today's fulfillment of it. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Here is, let me go and rewind real quick. Here is the intra-week snake for AMC. Here is the side-by-side from last night's update and prep video. The location of price action within it, projection from it downside, and the dead-on fulfillment of it today as you see it. And we already talked about the projection, potential projection moving forward from it as well. So that is everything that I am looking at currently with AMC. Up next is GME. GME finished the day today as projected as well. Up 0.36% in regular trading hours, currently even Steven in after hours, trading at 25.36. The current intra-week snakes that are on your screen, red is the day prior to, blue is the day of divergence, and obviously once again we have essentially left off here right where we started. We had some volatility and consolidation, and we have continued to fulfill the day of divergence, blue intra-week snake as it stands. Here is the side-by-side from last night's update and prep video. The location of price action within it, the projection from it for the consolidation here, and the dead-on fulfillment of it today. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill either one of them. Bear with me, I've been talking all day on the live stream, so I'm struggling a little bit, just wanting to get through it. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day today. Let me get this snake off here, come on. There we go. SPY finished the day today as projected, kinda like last night, down 0.33% in regular trading hours, currently up 0.16% in after hours, trading at 357.14. The current intra-week snakes that we have looked at are blue, the day of divergence, and red, if I can find it, there it is, the day prior to divergence. Red has been looked at in both positions currently because it remains potentially valid in both positions. However, the mirrored position showing that straight upside projection looks like price action is consolidating away from it, therefore potentially mirroring this consolidation projection here from it. So I do believe we potentially need to look at it in its straight up OG position. And that puts it right here. You see that we have kind of gotten out away from it as well. It may be somewhat of a level change. I do think it's right where we started pretty much yesterday again. The projection still remains. We are getting just a bit outside of its projection for me to keep this as a valid intra-week snake moving forward, dependent upon the definitive direction that we get, either upside or downside when we break out of this macro double-double formation that we have here, which I will show you here in a second. This this is borderline invalidated as it stands. However, the day of divergence, the OG position in its straight up position, started out fulfilling its projection candle for candle with the left side of the double double to the upside, the box top formation, and when the neckline breached to downside, we mirrored away from that and diverted from it, therefore dictating a mirrored position and view of that. So that is the mirrored position of it. And like we talked about last night, it showed some room for some consolidation, just like the macro comparative, which we're going to get to in a second as well. And then between the upcoming downside projection from this and the upcoming upside projection from the macro comparative, they divert from themselves here moving forward, but they both showed this continued volatility and consolidation today. And you can see this fulfilled that absolutely perfectly today as well. Here is the side-by-side from last night's, that's not it, update and prep video. The location of price action within it, the projection from it with the consolidated area still needing fulfilled, and today's dead on 100% candle for candle fulfillment of it. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this mirrored position. Obviously, if we run back upside out of this W formation, and I'll get to the macro in a minute, we will be fulfilling the macro comparative, but here is the double double. It's a W here, the middle of the W that the third hit dictated right there, and now potentially another W build out over here. This is at critical support here. If that breaks down, then we get the downside fulfillment as we have here with the intra-week snake. If it finds support, and I talked about the critical level of support, and we catch that bounce and start breaching W necklines back upside for then this eventual macro double-double and its macro neckline, that would be the full-on macro reversal for that move back upside to the macro third sitting up above it. So that is the functionality of that double-double formation and technical setup that I'm looking at and how it correlates to the intra-week snakes moving forward specifically into tomorrow and beyond. The macro comparative, as you know, is from the 08-09 correction and crash. We have been tracking and viewing this in two separate positions, but both of which project the same thing. It was all dependent upon whether or not the bottom had been fulfilled in this mirrored manner away from its downside projection, or if the bottom was staggered and in like this, and that was the fulfillment of it after the bottom was in, and now we're consolidating here, both of which show the W formation being fulfilled on the right hand side here and a move back upside. There is the bottom in position, and here is the mirrored bottom position, both showing identical upside projections moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. Here is the intra-week snake showing the opposite mirrored, and let me change this red for the time being, the opposite mirrored projection moving forward through these next two moves to the upside and or downside as they're both projecting mirroring away from each other. So that is everything that I am looking at from SPY from an intra-week snake perspective with the macro comparative as well moving into tomorrow and beyond. My friends, my family, that is everything I have for this video. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. I would greatly appreciate it if I could hear from y'all that were here in the live stream today in the comment section, as well as do not forget to smash the like button on your way out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button as well. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys probably in a video over the weekend about what I'm doing with the update and prep video schedule moving forward. So we'll get to that here over the weekend. I'm going to finish this week out strong like I always do, and then we'll go ahead and address that then. So no worries for the rest of the week. No worries moving forward. We're just going to switch things up a little bit. So no worries there either. So listen, good luck in the market tomorrow. Make some extreme gains for yourselves, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Later.